comes over from Jacksonville, and they're going to avoid him right out of the gate. And it will be Kyle Monangai, the rookie out of Rutgers, getting an opportunity. A lot of running backs.
To this offense in terms of his understanding of what Ben's trying to accomplish was all these shifts and motions.
Year number 3 for Bajan, who played a similar style in his Division II college days at Shepherd in West Virginia. Monangai is the back. First pass of the day is incomplete. Looking for the new tight end, the first-round pick, number 10 pick, in fact, out of Michigan, Colston Loveland.
Love how you said he got a couple of starts a few years ago. You're 2-2 as a starter, as a backup. That's all you can ask your backup to be. I remember last year, Adam, we said, hey, how did you prepare going into year 2? He said he grinded his face off. I don't know what he did this offseason, but he looked terrific at training camp.
On second down, play action to Monangai, and a sack for Miami. It is Willie Gay Jr., who's put together a fabulous career. He played with Dennis Allen in New Orleans. He gets the sack for Miami.
Yeah, Tyson, he tries to step up in the pocket. We're going to get big into the left tackle position. The back just not stout enough. Nowhere to go when he steps up, and he has to take the sack. Like it. Hey, just eat it. Live to play another down.
One of the things about Ben Johnson's Detroit offense, they didn't see a ton of third and long because they were so effective in the run game. Bajan's got 5 in the pattern. Here comes the rookie Loveland, and he'll get past the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be a 3 and out for the Bears offense to start the day. Getting Loveland involved early.
3rd and 16. It's a good check down. They're playing a zone defense, really a 1-1 funnel where they bring the safety down. And that's all that's there. You got to take what they give you. Give yourself a little bit of room. And, hey, let's be honest. You got an outstanding punter who can really flip the field position for the Chicago Bears. So, want more and be more productive, but opening series jitters, getting it out of the way.
Torrey Taylor definitely punted more than Caleb Williams told him he would last year. He was second in the league in total punts. Malik Washington on the return for Miami. And he spins his way to good field position past the 40-yard line. There is Mike McDaniel now in year number 4 as the head coach of Miami. It feels like perhaps a little bit more pressure on McDaniel and the Dolphins this year after they missed the playoffs last year.
Yeah, certainly with Mike McDaniel, but, you know, interestingly, the questions about this team after what we saw from Tyreek Hill at the end of last season, that New York Jets loss, are they too soft? They're sick of answering the question. Certainly didn't have an opportunity to be on Friday at these joint practices because Chicago was all over them.
Tua Tagovailoa has dealt with concussion issues over the last couple of years. Only made 11 starts last year. Very high completion rate. Early flag is thrown on the first Miami snap as Devon Achane, an excellent running back, gets the carry. Dolphins are playing more of their starters than the Bears are. Scott Novak is our official.
Middle formation on the offense. Number 79 was lined up in the backfield. That's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
They're going to call this a lot more this year, the illegal formation penalties. They're trying to get tackles up around the waist of the center. Something that we saw a lot of with the Chiefs a couple years ago. A lot of teams cheated their tackles back last year. That's why the formation penalty is called.
Is trying to get that extra second where they can, you know, take on those edge rushers. Also the speed motions. A lot of teams were abusing the privilege with the quick motions, and they're going to call that a little bit more stringent here in 2025 as well.
So the Bears already in a good position defensively at 1st and long for Miami. Right back to Achane. And he pumps past the 40 again, gets that penalty yardage back.
You'll notice Nashawn Wright at cornerback starting here for the Chicago Bears. It's been quite a competition with Jalen Johnson dealing with that soft tissue injury. They're hopeful that he'll be back by week 1 for the Minnesota Monday Night Football game. But it really is, Jim, a competition between that young man, now in his 5th season, and Terrell Smith, the young speedster.
Bears got longer at corner. You mentioned Wright as one of them. He's got long arms. Dennis Allen is really going to talk about being aggressive at the line of scrimmage as you see the corner rolled up to the receiver on the backside right now.
So it's an end around from Malik Washington. It's read well on cue by Nashawn Wright. And got a little bit of help from the rest of that front line. Tono Passigno, who's played a lot of football for Dennis Allen, was there too.
Just what Stacy was talking about right there. You can't see to the far right, but Nashawn Wright is up in the receiver's face. Watch him. He sheds the block, this extension, that's not the only way you can be aggressive. But when you've got aggressive corners at the line of scrimmage, it really helps out, Stacey.
Long arms to the tune of about a 78-inch wingspan for that young man. By the way, was coached by Al Harris in Dallas when he entered the league.
Al Harris now the defensive backs coach for the Bears. The lefty Tua dumps it off from Malik Washington, and he gets run down right away by Josh Blackwell. And he prevents a first down just shy of midfield. We'll see if McDaniel's aggressive near midfield on 4th and short.
Really love Josh Blackwell. He really has done a lot of things for the Bears over the past few years. Gets a 2-year extension, has played nickel, he's played safety. You see him rally down, creates this 4th down situation here early in this preseason game.
You'll often see this, and you'll see this more and more. You'll probably see this from the Bears. You're near midfield, 4th down and short. You're going to see a lot more teams go for it. Ben Johnson's team, with Dan Campbell as the head man, notorious for that. Tagovailoa gets rid of it to Washington. He beat Deshaun Wright that time on the near side. It is a first down for the Dolphins.
Just a really good job by the receiver finding space over there in the flat for Tua. But guys, it's important. Why are we seeing Tua Tagovailoa play in his first preseason game ever? I'm told he lobbied. He lobbied with Mike McDaniel to get in this game. He wanted some action with his guys. He did not perform well on Friday in their joint practice. As Lou talked about, those 3 picks. Maybe needs a little bit of a redemption here today on Sunday football.
It's a good point you bring up. It's the first time since 2021 that he's playing in a preseason opener. And obviously, that's a big discussion that takes place among coaches across the league. Achane with a nice play. Chris Williams wraps him up. Williams played every game last year for the Bears. It's a good gain, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for Miami's offense.
Yeah, good penetration there by Chris Williams and really tracking it down. Not only played in every game, did add 3 sacks for Chicago, and that's going to be really the talk. Can they get to double-digit sacks from the outside? We'll get into Sweat. We'll get into Dio, who they brought over from Indianapolis. Can their interior, with the revamped and new guys like Grady Jarrett, get some push as well?
Tagovailoa floats it. That's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd defensive front. We know about Montez Sweat bringing the pressure. The addition of Jarrett, Odangbo, veteran guys who've got a lot of experience. Jarrett in particular, what do you guys like about these additions?
I love Grady Jarrett. We were talking off the air. Dabo Sweeney, where he played in college at Clemson, if he were to ever start a program, it would be with Grady Jarrett. And I thought it was interesting that Ben Johnson said, this guy does everything right in the locker room. From the meetings, from the practices, he wants everybody to emulate what he brings to the table.
Bears show some pressure. They bring an extra body. Tagovailoa to the sticks, and it is caught by Malik Washington. Got brought down by the rookie Ruben Hippolyte, who we're going to pay a lot of attention to this afternoon. Stace, give me a sense of what you like about this defense.
Well, obviously the aggression, right? And the whole philosophy for Dennis Allen is distort the timing of receivers, attack the opposing offense, and these players have bought into it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Montez Sweat, because they believe, Dennis believes, he's got untapped potential. You'll even see him on the inside shoulder of the offensive tackle this season. They're going to use him all over the place.
Kind of like he did with Cam Jordan last year in New Orleans. There's a handoff for Achane. And another strong run by Devon Achane. And he's picked up 11 for a first down. Time for the players to watch. They are brought to you by Advocate Healthcare. We've seen both of
Ben Johnson to tap into.
And Hippolyte is a 4th-round pick out of Maryland. But a very productive college career. He's going to get most of the run today in this first half. And linebacker, a little eye candy from the Dolphins offense, and they get it on the end around to Malik Washington again. He lost that football, but it's out of bounds. It will stay with the Dolphins at the 17-yard line. Noah Sewell was in there to punch that ball loose.
Yeah, just a heads-up play by Noah Sewell. One of the 3 Sewell brothers here on this one, but it was guys like Deshaun Wright getting involved once again. So anxious to see a lot of these guys. We keep mentioning Ruben Hippolyte. Shocking. The guy isn't invited to the Combine. He's not invited to the Senior Bowl. They got him in for a 30 visit and absolutely fell in love with him.
4.39 40 time for Ruben Hippolyte, which is elite at the linebacker position. Tagovailoa bobbled it, but got it to Jalen Wright, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and short. These are the types of situations that the Bears have to get off the field defensively.
Yeah, key red zone. That's an area the Bears struggled last year. In terms of their defense, they finished 2nd overall, but they got worn down towards the end of the year, and it's because their offense was lagging. I think if they can take care of really get more complimentary football, this should be a fresh defense for Dennis Allen as they roll along, and we'll see if they can get the stop here.
You know, Edmonds and Edwards will be the main linebackers, but most of the starters sitting today. 3rd down and 3 for Tagovailoa. Just a 4-man rush on the slant, and it is grabbed by Taj Washington for a 1st down.
A lot of man coverage by Dennis Allen.
That's where the Saints stays. Yep.
Yeah, that's where he wants to be aggressive. Those guys at the line of scrimmage, as Stacy alluded to, they've got those long arms. Disrupt the timing of the route. That time just not enough. And Miami is able to get an easy completion for a 1st down in man coverage. Expect the Bears to be in a lot of man. It's total opposite of what it was under Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus more of a Tampa 2 guy. This will be a more aggressive defense going man-to-man.
1st and goal from the 8. Here is Jalen Wright, and he's grabbed by Deshaun Wright and muscles his way down to the 2-yard line. This was not a good offense for Miami a year ago. They didn't cash in at a lot of these red zone opportunities. They weren't particularly good on 3rd down. Huge change from what we saw 2 years ago. The Dolphins were one of the